How did you get that name?
How did I get that name?
Yeah, Wild Bill.
Well, I'm from the west side of the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
And, I was wild like a little cowboy. And they gave me that name, Wild Bill, as a joke.
Oh.
It was like, yeah, we called him Wild Bill. As a
Mm-hmm.
joke, we from the west side of the Bronx, Tremont and all that. And when they gave it to me, I didn't like it at first.
Uh-huh.
And everybody kept on playing with me, saying it.
Right.
And that wound up sticking.
Oh.
And then I went, and I got locked up, got jammed up. People don't really want to give up their first name, so that kind of stuck with me as a nickname. So, and then my name blew up as I was on the island doing my thing.
Right. So, like, how was it, like, growing up in the Bronx at the time, like, when you was,
I grew up in the crack era.
Right.
I got an older brother. He was in the game. He was deep in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's a legend himself,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people don't know that's my brother.
What's his name?
His name's Tomel.
Okay. Okay.
He's a legend.
Okay.
He's been doing this for years,
Right. Right.
So, but I'm not under his umbrella. I got my own name. He got his own name. Mm-hmm. And like I said, a lot of people don't know that we even family.
Oh, okay.
So, but he was doing his thing. And as a young kid, I looked up to him. He was getting money at, give or take, 16, 17. He got bags of money coming in the crib from out of town.
Mm.
So, me, I ain't gonna front. I was digging in the bag, stealing. He ain't know it was too much money. He ain't counting that.
Wow.
So, and I was stealing his money, taking it, buying shit for my pit bulls and like that. But
no, because I ask you, because like, when was the last time you've been in the Bronx?
I go to Bronx like every other month. I come through.
Okay.
I don't hang out on nobody's blocks though.
Why? Yeah.
Because I don't like the Bronx. I don't like the police. And it's too easy to fall victim. I can't make a mistake. I make a mistake, there's no coming back. Right. They're not going to give me a slap on the wrist here, 6 months here. They're going to try to put me away. They don't believe I belong on these streets right now. And I'm winning, so they don't want me to win.
Wow. Like, because, I ask you that because, like I said, like, from your perspective, how was it? Like, what's the difference between then and now, in the Bronx? Like, just from the looking from the outside in, or
then and now is from back then. You ain't have cameras. You got cameras everywhere.
That's true.
That's one. Two, the police didn't have control. Police was running around with 38s at the time when I was on the streets getting the money. They ain't have these Glocks, and the police wasn't together. You had transit police, housing police, and regular NYPD. They didn't have control over the city.
Wow.
So it was way harder then. The drug dealers had control. They ran things. You go to the drug dealers who had the block of the neighborhood and you ask them to cut something down. If old people getting robbed or whatever, you go to them.
Wow.
They laid the law down.
Right.
But it's a big difference between now and then. And it's like the sense of direction. It was negative, but it was a purpose.
Mm-hmm. Right. But then why do you think it's not like that no more? Like, like you said, like the people had kind of control in the streets per se, right? People but now it's not. I don't
know control. It's out of control because you can't tell these young men these days or these grown kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell them anything. They don't want to listen to the adults. They don't want to listen to nobody.
Why do you think it's like that?
Because all the leaders got locked up for long periods of time. All the people they looked up to. And they had to figure this thing out on their own. And the internet, that plays a major part. So they look at certain things on the internet and believe, that's how it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a lot of single parent homes. Even though I grew up in a single parent home, but you had families on the block that had mothers and fathers, had, a way, somebody had guidance. And, I was the family that the kids that had mothers and fathers was doing good and all that. They tell them, don't hang out with them kids. Don't hang out with Bill. Or they call me Gary at the time. Don't hang out with him. He's a bad influence. Don't go to his house. Stay away from him. They don't get you in trouble.
They said that about you?
Hell yeah, they said that about me and all my brothers. And it was a bunch of us. We had a house full, because
why do you think it was like that?
because we didn't have no guidance.
For real?
We didn't have no guidance. We ain't have no real men in my life. So it was nobody to really guide us to do the right thing. My mother, she worked her ass off and went to school.
Wow.
But she wasn't there. My aunt was there, raised us, and she couldn't control us. We in and out the house, we doing what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
damn.
It was different. It was more of a physical era.
Mm-hmm.
You had to do fighting, a lot of fighting. I fought so many people in my neighborhood.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
because it was sports, get mad. I had a temper.
Right.
I had a bad temper.
Right. And I want to talk to you about that too, because you did say that you was angry a lot.
Yeah.
Why do you think you was so because I'm kind of was like that too. But I had my parents who always worked, so I was kind of raised by my grandparents.
Yeah.
But I was kind of angry a lot.
I can't say I think it's because I lost my father, I lost my grandmother, my grandfather, all in 1 year, back to back. Damn. So that took a toll on me. I ain't have the right counseling.
How old were you?
I want to say around 11, 12.
Oh shit.
I was young.
Right. And how'd you feel?
I felt.
Did you feel anything?
I felt mad. I was upset. I lost to my loved ones. To see them dwindle away of cancer. My grandmother, my grandfather, they both had cancer. My father died in a car accident.
Oh shit. Day
after Christmas, or a couple of days. He was in an accident a day after Christmas.
Was it someone else's fault? Was it?
It was somebody else's fault. They was leaving. Actually, left my house, right. And my older brother, like me and him had the same father, he came there, he put my older brother bike together and it was like, I'll be back to put your bike together.
Mm-hmm.
Left my house, got in a car accident on the cross Bronx on Jerome Avenue. Got in a car accident. Everybody died in the car except my uncle, my father. My father survived about 2-3 weeks. Maybe longer, I'm not sure because I was a kid. Then he wound up passing. So my bike never got put together. So that might have been the start of me being mad, but it hurted.
Right.
And I just had to deal with it. And like I said, nobody sat there, counseled me, talked to me. I didn't get the help. It was like, just move on, chalk it up and go.
Wow.
And this was at a young age.
Right. Wow. And then what? And then when did you get into the system then? After that?
Juvenile. I went to Juvenile. I got in the system.
Well, how old is Juvenile?
Juvenile was
what?
13? Maybe 10 years old, 10 to 14 or 15.
Right.
But I went in Juvenile young. I went in there. We're gonna say, let me think. I was 13 or 12 or 13.
For what?
I was a robbery, assault. These are different crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Gun possession. I had 3 or 4 different cases because at the time they was letting me out.
Right. So you
get locked out. You get locked up. They let you right back out.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 3-man crew. My 3-man crew. I'm not gonna put their names out because one of the people in that 3-man crew, almost 30 years later, told on me. That's how I wound up getting the Fed bid. But we had a 3-man. We had a 3-man crew. And we would take turns when we get in trouble to get somebody to pick us up. You got to call your mother this time. Or you got to call your mother. Or you got to call your mother. So they didn't know. And they'd release us to whoever came and got it. They'd come get all 3 of us.
Wow.
So.
Wow, so you was getting in trouble in an early age.
Early age, stealing bikes. I was in everything. We was, man.
And then you kind of graduated to the big leagues and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, but even, I'm going to tell you, right?
Yeah, talk to me.
Even when I was a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, we used to, rob the train styles, right? The token booths and all that. Not actually booth, but we used to jam the token booths up. Right? We'd jam them up and they'd use one box. It'd only be one working and they got to buzz you in to get on the train. That's when they had tokens. This is way back.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember.
So we'd jam all them up. It used to be like 3 turnstiles, and they'd have a box next to the door, and there was the door, the token booth. The person that worked the token booth, he'd buzz the people in. So all day they putting money in this box. Now this box had a little rinky-dink lock on it. So we'd wait all day. So all the money that was going in to this box, and we'd come there with a lock cutter, cut the box, cut the lock off, snatch a whole bag.
Wow.
I mean, this bag used to be so heavy.
Right.
We little. It took 2 of us to carry it. We running.
Wow.
And we running. That was.
Did you get caught?
Nah, not. We got away a bunch of times before we did get caught. I'll tell you about when we did get caught. It was funny. But we was breaking these things. We was selling these tokens. We'd go to 42nd Street.
And how much would you sell it for?
I think the tokens was $1 or 75 cents. But we was just dumping them. We had, after we split, between 3 of us, we'd walk away with like $700-800 a piece.
Wow.
So, and we 12, 13, I mean, we was fresh to death.
Wow.
Gold teeth, jewelry. You know, we was fly. We some fly young dudes. But we'd sell all them. Go to Skate Key.
I heard of Skate Key.
Yeah, we go to Skate Key, the one on Arlington. The original Skate Key, you know. We'd go there, mess with the girls and stuff like that. But yeah, we was fly.
So how'd you get caught?
How did you get caught? All right, one day, we in the goddamn train station, right?
Yeah.
And we like, we did it. We don't know nothing. This one, they had transit police.
Yeah.
We on 180th, the 2 and the 5 line. How is a transit station right there?
No.
We trying to rob the train style in the goddamn transit police station.
Right.
We get to working on this thing. We cut the lock. We get to running. Police came out from everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That wasn't a good look.
And then you did time for that?
Now, they let me go on that. They let me go, but eventually I wound up doing time because they ran all the cases that I had. Concurrent. And I got a youthful offender status, so that kind of protected me, you know. So when I went to the big boys, I had like a clean record because I had the YO, the youthful offender status.
Right.
So, but that was good. But that money right there, robbing them train stations, selling tokens, doing things that we did other things in the past, but that was like the start of getting money.
Wow.
You know.
That's that's wild, yo. Well, who gave you that idea about opening that thing though?
You want to know the funny thing? Right? Old dirty bastard cousin.
Old dirty bastard?
Old dirty bastard cousin from Brooklyn wound up moving to the Bronx with his father, and we clicked up. And he used to come out with so many different schemes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's his cousin. His name Man.
Right. Are you still good with him right now?
Yeah, I'm still good with him. I still talk to him.
Oh shit, that's fire.
Years later.
Wow. Yeah. Like, are you good with did you ever meet ODB?
Yeah, I met him a few times before he was ODB.
Oh shit.
Before he was ODB.
That's fire.
I met him. You know?
Yeah, rest in peace to him too.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Man, I always felt like he was fucking different when it comes to this rap shit.
He always been bugged out. Like I knew him before he was ODB. Like his family had money from back in the day. His grandmother had houses in Brooklyn, a couple of houses in Brooklyn, Oregon, and Florida.
Oh shit.
Right. So she had one brownstone in Brooklyn where all the teenagers used to hang out, where that's just for y'all. Y'all don't want to go to school, y'all don't want to do nothing. That's where you hang out.
Right.
And then they had another crib where you going to school, everything. The aunts ran it. So they came from fame. They came from money. They family, the grandmother did what she had to do. You know. But that's a whole nother story. Because we'd drift off and go somewhere else. We don't want to drift off and do that.
Right.
But he was the one that was the mastermind of a lot of my schemes. A lot of our schemes. You know. And then also we used to break into the Joker Pokers.
What's that?
You don't know the Joker Pokers and slot machines that be in the back of grocery stores?
Yeah.
So they was illegal.
Right.
So they didn't have them in the front, so they was in the back.
Right.
So we go in the back and we unsupervised.
But they just thought that you were playing the games or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the slot machines?
Yeah.
They thought we was playing the games. Yeah, we was playing the games. Yeah. We was breaking into them joints. Right? And that was like another hustle.
Right.
And that was like, yo.
Holy shit.
So at a young age, I was seeing a few dollars.
Right.
You know, I was used to having money, and this was like the type of money that you can't ask your mother for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to having money, so I asked my mother for $20. She, boy, what you need $20 for? You know, like, and I'm like, yo, I wouldn't ask because I got a couple $100 in my pocket. I'm cool. Right. We used to always find a scheme. My mother's, oh, where you get the new clothes from? We blame it on somebody. So such and such took us shopping or such and such. We come up with a lie, whatever it was back then.
Right.
But
that's funny, man. And you know, like, and then you know, why did you go to Rikers Island?
Why did I go to Rikers Island?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the story itself. I was hustling, and one of my best friends got shot. In the process of getting shot, I killed the person. Oh. I got a manslaughter charge, so I went to Rikers Island for a manslaughter. You know, and
how many times did they give you for that?
They gave me a 5 to 15.
Oh shit!
But on the 5 to 15, I wound up doing 12 years, well, almost 12 years.
God damn! So you did an extra 7 on top of the 5.
Man, listen, they was giving work release for violent offenders at the time. And I fucked that up. I messed that up. I could have been home on work release in 3 years.
What? Within the 5 to 15?
On the 5 to 15, I could have been on work release in 3 years.
For a manslaughter?
For a manslaughter.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So kind of, can you tell me the situation? Like, what happened?
What happened?
In that situation?
That I caught the manslaughter?
Yeah.
My friend got robbed. He was on the block.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to build up his block,
mm-hmm.
and he got robbed.
Mm-hmm.
So after he got robbed, you know, we found out who did it. We told him who did it, and there was a back and forth thing going on with this crew. It was a stick-up crew, right? It was a back and forth thing going on, and then somebody on the other side, you know, not on my team, on the other team, got killed. So now they out for revenge. So we at the party. We had a house party at the time, and that's when the shootout happened. They wound up shooting my friend. I think he got shot 4 times.
Damn.
You know, and I'm not in touch with him. I don't deal with him at this time because he didn't do what he was supposed to, and I did all that time. You know, he just left me for dead amongst other people. But that's another story. But when they shot him, only thing I knew is I can't let him get away with it. And I did what I did. And like I said, it was a little shootout. He got shot. The individual got murdered or got killed, whatever. And that was that.
So the person who got shot, your supposedly your man, is still survived?
Yeah, he lived.
Oh, shit.
He lived. You know.
And wow, so you did that time for that, and then they gave you a 5 to 15.
Yeah, they gave me manslaughter. Like at the time, there was so many murders in the city.
Wow,
like people wasn't really getting hit with a lot of time for murders. You know, the crime was so high.
What year was that?
This was 1992.
Wow.
You know, so it was crack everywhere, heroin everywhere. The city, the Bronx was ran down, and you had, this is the David Dinkins era. You know, that was the first black mayor of New York. This was the time he was in office, and you had Cuomo, the father, Governor Cuomo.
It was Mayor Giuliani?
This is after. This is, once they left, it was Giuliani and Pataki came into office, governor and mayor.
Right.
And they did a tag team,
right.
and they cleaned up the city.
Right.
But they didn't do it in the right way. They did a lot of people dirty.
Right. I heard.
They did a lot of people dirty. So, but before they came in, they cleaned up the city, because they cleaned up the city, you know, the city was way out of control. They unified all the police together. They took them 38s because they was outpowered. You know, they run around with 38s. I'm like, I'm going to say at this time, I'm 15 years old, right? I'm going to tell you a story. I'm 15 years old, and I'm in the Bronx. Weed wasn't legal at the time.
Weed,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm smoking. I'm on Burnside, right? So the police officer standing on the corner, he tell me to put that shit out. I tell him, man, put what out? I ain't putting shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, what you mean? Put it out. I told him, I was like, yo, motherfucker, you fuck with me. My gun bigger than yours type shit. And when I told him that, he thought about it and turned and walked away. You know? And I continue on walking, smoking my weed.
Wow.
You know, so like I said, they didn't have no control.
Wow.
The city was out of hand. So when Giuliani and Pataki got together, they pretty much unified all the police, and they start making they start cracking down. They already had the laws, but they start really cracking down on them.